Om Shanti. Today we will listen to Baba's Murli dated 21st October 2020. Sweet Baba says, sweet children, look at your chart every night and also keep a diary, and you will be concerned about not making a loss. So Baba has great interest that children don't make a loss. And for that, Baba encourages us to maintain a diary, keep a chart every night, so that we will pay attention that our chart doesn't show loss. So we enter whatever we did in the day, and it doesn't make us feel that we are going at loss. So then we will pay attention to our karma during the day. Question: Which of the father's aspects will instantly touch the fortunate children of the previous cycle? So Baba tells you children ways to have remembrance every day. Only the fortunate children are touched by this. They will instantly put them into practice. So Baba in the Murli every day shares ways in which to have remembrance. He suggests new ways, new yuktis, so that we can stay in remembrance. But Baba says, even though every child listens to the Murli, only the fortunate ones, the ones who had created a fortune in the previous cycle, will be touched by these points, and they will put them into practice. Baba says, children, go and sit in the garden in solitude for a little while. Talk to Baba sweetly and keep your chart, and you will continue to make progress. So today also Baba is suggesting ways to stay in remembrance. Go to the garden, sit in solitude for a little while, and then Baba had one day clarified what true solitude is. So true solitude is living in the loving remembrance of just the one Father. That is true solitude. So go to the garden and spend some time with Baba, you and Baba alone. That is solitude. And again Baba says, talk to Baba sweetly and keep your chart, and you will continue to make progress. Om Shanti. Those in the military are first of all cautioned. Attention please. The Father too cautions you children and asks, do you have the faith that you are souls, and do you remember the Father? So as soon as we sit before Baba, Baba cautions us. Do you have the faith that you are souls? And do you remember the Father? Ask yourself this question. Yes, so we all have faith that I am a soul and I remember the Father while I am sitting here. You children have been told that it is only at this time that the Father gives you this knowledge. Only the Father teaches you. God speaks. The main thing is, who is God? So these words, God speaks, is written in the Gita. But the main question is, who is God? Is God a corporeal being or an incorporeal being? Because when we read the Gita and we listen to these words God speaks, then in our mind we visualize that God is Sri Krishna. But then Baba says, no, God cannot be corporeal, because the whole purpose of you remembering Baba is you rise above your body. And by remembering the corporeal, you cannot rise above body consciousness. So Baba says, I, the incorporeal, am God, and I teach you at this time, and I tell you that you consider yourself to be the bodiless soul and remember me, so that all your sins are absolved. So Baba says, only the Father teaches you, God speaks. The main thing is, who is God? Who is teaching you? This is the first thing you have to understand and have faith in. Then you also have to stay in super sensuous joy. So we are all acquainted with sensuous joy. But what is super sensuous joy, and how do we experience that? So Baba says, you souls should experience so much happiness in having found the unlimited Father. Bring to your awareness the fact that you are the fortunate soul who have found the unlimited Father, and it is you that God is teaching. And this is the foundation of experiencing super sensuous joy. Only once does the Father come and meet you to give you your inheritance. The inheritance of what? He gives you the inheritance of sovereignty over the world, exactly as He did 5,000 years ago. Have the firm faith that the Father has come, and stay in the intoxication of you belonging to the Father and also of the inheritance that He is giving you. That is super sensuous joy. Baba says he is once again teaching us easy Raj Yoga. He has to teach this. Babies are not taught anything. So we are not taught to remember the physical Father. But here, when it is about God, we have to be taught to remember Him, because conventionally we don't learn it by seeing other people doing that. So Baba says babies are not taught anything. The words Mama, Baba emerge from their lips automatically because they hear those words. This is the spiritual Father. This soul has eternal incognito intoxication. It is souls that have to study. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the knowledgeful one. He hasn't studied anything. He already has knowledge, because he is the ocean of knowledge by default. He doesn't study and become knowledgeful. He already is always knowledgeful. Knowledge of what? You souls understand this. Baba has knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. He knows how there is establishment of the one religion and destruction of the innumerable religions. And because he knows that, he shares it with us, and he also makes us instrument for destroying all religions and establishing one religion. So Baba says, I have this knowledge which nobody else in the world has. Baba says, this is why he is called Jani Jananhar, which means one who knows everything. What is the meaning of Jani Jananhar? No one knows this at all. The Father has told you children that you must definitely write the slogan. What slogan is he asking us to write? What can be said if, as a human being, you don't know the Creator or the beginning, beginning, the middle, and the end of creation, or its duration or repetition. So Baba says, write the slogan that you are a human being and you don't know the creator or the beginning, middle, and end, and duration and repetition of the creation. So highlight the word repetition also. The word repetition is also most essential. Corrections continue to be made. The picture who is the God of the Gita is first class because everything is written in the Gita. But because the name of the incorporeal is replaced with the mention of the corporeal, Gita loses its essence. Because Gita is all about absolving oneself of one's sins. And that cannot be done by remembering the corporeal. So Baba says, clarify who is the God of Gita, who is God speaks in Gita, who is supposed to be God. This is the number one mistake in the whole world. Because of not knowing the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, they say that everyone is a form of God. When you ask a little child, whose child are you? He will reply, so and so's. Then when you ask, whose child is so and so? He will reply, so and so's. Then he will say finally, he is my child. So when a child gets irritated because he doesn't know the answer of whose child his grandparents or his great grandparents were, they will say he is my child. In the same way, because people don't know God, they say, I am God. They worship Him so much and yet they don't know Him. So they don't know the name of God, they don't know the form of God, they don't know whether He is a being or a thing, they don't even know where He lives, they don't know what He does, they don't know His virtues, they don't know what relationship we souls have with Him. So they worship Him, they call Him God, but you don't know who is God. The night of Brahma is remembered. Therefore, it would also definitely be the night of Brahmins, because Brahma Baba never operated alone. Brahma Baba was always working with Brahmins. So Baba says the night of Brahma means the night of Brahmins also. And it is said half the time it's the day of Brahma and half the time it's the night of Brahma. So then the whole humanity also must be experiencing night and day. So you know that the world cycle is not a game where everything is just gray. It is half the time it is day and then half the time it is night. All of these matters have to be imbibed. Only those who have yoga are able to imbibe these things. Now, Baba points out this very important thing today in the Murli, that you may listen to the knowledge, but the knowledge will not sit in your intellect, or you will not be able to imbibe this knowledge if you don't have yoga. So just like you see, when you take the sunlight, then you need some other things. You need to eat certain kind of food so that you are able to absorb that sunlight into you. The vitamin D gets absorbed in the body. Similarly, Baba says, you may listen to the knowledge, but only yoga gives you the power that this knowledge is imbibed into your intellect. Remembrance is also said to be a power. So it is the power of yoga which enables you to imbibe the knowledge. Knowledge is your source of income. By having remembrance, you receive the power to be absolved of your sins. And when the soul is burdened by sins, then it is not capable of imbibing this great knowledge. You have to connect your intellects in yoga with the Father. It is only at this time and not at any other time that the Father gives this knowledge. No one but the Father can give this. Everything else is either a scripture or a physical ritual of the path of devotion. So, knowledge is only available when the ocean of knowledge Shiv Baba comes. And because this knowledge comes from him, we cannot imbibe this knowledge until we have yoga with him and we also take the power to imbibe this knowledge. So Baba says everything else is either a scripture or a physical ritual of the path of devotion. That cannot be called knowledge. Only the one Father has spiritual knowledge. What do we mean by spiritual knowledge? Knowledge of the spirit, of the soul, of the soul, of the Father of the soul, of the home of the soul, of the beginning, middle, and end of the soul. So, the spiritual knowledge is only given by the Supreme Soul. And He only gives it to you, Brahmins. No one else has spiritual knowledge. People only have knowledge of the five elements of nature. There are so many religions, sects, and cults in the world. There are so many opinions. You children have to make a great deal of effort in order to explain all of this. So many storms arise. It is sung, "Take my boat across." Not everyone's boat can go across. Baba says, although people sing, "Take my boat across," and I come to take your boat across. Yesterday, Baba talked about what the boat is, where it is stuck. But Baba says, not everyone's boat can go across. Some boats will sink and some will stay afloat. Even after 2 to 3 years, no one knows anything about what happened to some boats that sunk. Some boats are completely smashed to pieces. Some boats remain in the same place. Those who don't understand who are the boats Baba is referring to, go and listen to yesterday's Murli. You might have missed that. So Baba says some boats remain in the same place. This requires a lot of effort. And in yesterday's Murli, Baba also said that Baba only teaches you how to take your boat across, but it is you who have to make the effort to take it across. And what is the effort? You have to continuously remember you are a soul and remember Baba. Remembrance will slip away. Again, you have to sit in remembrance. So Baba says this requires a lot of effort. There are so many people who have emerged with artificial yoga. There are so many yoga ashrams. There cannot be any other spiritual yoga ashram. So they all teach body over mind approach. So they all teach you how to train your body. Nobody knows who the soul is or how to pay attention to the soul or how to pull your attention inwards and sit in soul consciousness. They don't teach you all that. They teach you everything it is not spiritual yoga that they teach. Only the Father comes and teaches you soul spiritual yoga. The Father says this is very easy yoga. There is nothing as easy as this. Because what can be easier than remembering oneself and one's Father? A soul enters a body and plays his part. So, remembering you are a soul and you entered this body and you will leave this body, this should be easy. The maximum number of births is 84. For others, the number of births is reduced. These things enter the intellects of some of you children. It is with great difficulty that your intellects are able to imbibe this, because you cannot imbibe spiritual knowledge without having yoga with the spiritual father. The first thing the father explains is, wherever you go, first of all, give the father's introduction. Create ways to give the father's introduction. Only when they have this faith, they will understand that the Father is the truth. The Father will definitely only tell you that which is true. So, when they are clear about whose knowledge this is, then they will have no doubt on the knowledge, because Baba is the truth. It is said God is truth. And so, whatever He says must definitely be true. It may be that I understand some things and I don't understand some things. But it can't be that what he says, some of it is true and some is untrue, because God is the truth. You mustn't doubt this. Only in remembrance is there effort, and it is in this that there is opposition from Maya. So, what does Maya do? Maya stops you from drawing power. So, when you listen to the Murli, Maya does nothing. So, you find the Murli interesting and engaging. But as soon as you sit in yoga, Maya interferes. Yes, you have distractions, you get bored, you experience that some part of your body is aching, or you're not able to sit, or something or the other. So Baba says she repeatedly makes you forget to have remembrance. This is why Baba says write your chart. Then Baba will see who has remembrance and how much to. Not even 0.25% of you write your chart. Is that true? Are you amongst that 0.25% who write your chart, or the other 75% who Baba is calling out to? Is it true? Only 0.25% write the chart. See, Baba is the truth. Baba is telling you the truth. Some say, I stayed in remembrance for the whole day. Baba says that is very difficult. Those who are in bondage and experience beatings are the ones who stay in remembrance day and night. Baba, when will I be liberated from these relatives? Souls call out, Baba, how can I be liberated from this bondage? If you stay in remembrance a great deal, you should send your chart to Baba. So Baba says, although you say, but I will need a chart for you to check yourselves whether what you're saying is true. So Baba says, if you stay in remembrance a great deal, you should send your chart to Baba. You have been given the direction to write your chart every night and also to keep a diary. By keeping a diary, you would be afraid that you might incur a loss. So Baba says, if you can't do it out of realization, at least do it out of fear. that be afraid that you might incur a loss. What would Baba say if he were to see it? So at least think about this and be wary of writing a chart. That you remember the most beloved Baba for such a short time. You remember your physical father and your wife, and yet you can't remember me for even such a short time. Write your chart and you will feel ashamed. So Baba says, if you can't write the chart out of realization, write it out of fear and write it out of embarrassment. But please write it. Because only when you check can you change. Baba says, you could see that you would not be able to claim a status in that condition. This is why Baba emphasizes that you must write your chart. Baba says, whatever way you want to write, you write. Whether you want to write it out of fear that so you want to write it out of fear that probably I'm incurring a loss and I want to calculate, or you want to just check your chart and change it before submitting to Baba, so that you are not embarrassed when Baba sees your chart. But please pay attention to having good remembrance and write your chart, because if not, you will not be able to claim a high status. And Baba is very interested that we, his children, claim a high status. That is why he keeps telling us, keeps encouraging us to have more and more remembrance. So Baba says, remember the Father and the cycle of 84 births, and you will become a ruler of the globe. Only when you make others similar to yourselves will you be able to rule over your subjects. So Baba says there are two things. One, remember Baba, remember the cycle of 84 births, and also only when you make others similar to yourselves will you be able to rule over your subjects. If you don't serve anybody, who will you rule over? Baba says, this Raj Yoga is to change from an ordinary human into Narayan. This is your aim and objective. Souls cannot be seen, but they can be understood. It is understood that there is a soul in this one, so you can understand it, because earlier it is just a womb. In the womb there is nothing, and that's just a piece of matter, and then there is life, and then again the life goes out, and then the body is still there, but it is dead. So that means there is some life force inside the body, and that is the soul. So Baba says that there will definitely be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. They made the most effort. So you can understand that whenever something is achieved, it is only on the basis of effort. So in this field of action, you cannot receive a result without effort. So Baba says, now that we know that there was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, so there must have been an effort that preceded it. So Baba says, that is how they claim the scholarship. They will definitely have many subjects. They claim the highest on high status. They must definitely have had a lot of yoga, for that is how they passed with honors. So Baba tells us the secret how Lakshmi and Narayan passed with honors, because they paid attention to the subject of yoga very well. That is why they passed with honors. You have to find the reason why you are not able to have yoga. So we all know that the foundation of yoga are four things. It is pure food, it is the company of Baba, that is, you listen to daily Murli and the morning meditation, and then there is the practice of celibacy, and then there is the inculcation of divine virtues. So this is the foundation. So you have to check whether the foundation is good. And also then you have to check whether you are able to consider yourself a soul. Because when you want to remember Baba, you have to first come to soul consciousness. And if there is something, some person, some work, some business pulling your attention, then you have to first take care of that. So Baba says, you have to find the reason why you are not able to have yoga. Your intellects are diverted into all your business complications. You have to make time in that and pay more attention to this. Make time and go and sit in the garden of solitude. So you have to practice being free from making your mind free from business complications. So you have to take out time and go and sit in solitude. Only through this practice you will have the practice to disengage your mind from people, places, things, work, etc. So Baba says, practice this. Make time and go and sit in the garden in solitude. Females cannot go there. They have to look after the home. It is easier for the men. The fortunate ones from the previous cycle will be touched by this. So only those who are fortunate will pay attention to these points of inculcation. This study is very good. Each one's intellect is his own. So Baba teaches everyone equally, but then we imbibe differently because we all have different intellects based on what we did in the previous cycle. Under all circumstances, you must claim your inheritance from the Father. So Baba says, I cannot change your business or your circumstances, but it is your duty to pay attention to claiming an inheritance from the Father. So Baba says, the Father gives you all directions, but you children have to follow them. Baba only gives general directions. If someone comes and asks for personal advice, Baba can give that too. When people go on a pilgrimage up a large mountain, the guides caution them. They go with great difficulty. The Father shows you children a very easy way. So if you want to have that elevated stage, Baba shows a very easy way. It's not as difficult as going up a mountain. And what is the easy way? Remember the Father. Finish all consciousness of your bodies. The Father says, remember me. The Father comes and gives you knowledge and then goes back. There can be no rocket as fast as a soul. People waste so much time in trying to go to the moon. That too is fixed in the drama. That art of science will help in destruction, and we can see how science is only helping in destruction these days. We are suffering because of science these days. And Baba says, you don't have to go to the moon, you are a very sharp rocket, and the soul can fly away to its home, to Baba in a second. They have signs and you have silence, so they fly with the power of silence. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. This is dead silence. I, this soul, am separate from the body. This body is an old shoe. Practice this day in and day out. The examples of the snake and the tortoise refer to you. A snake is capable of shedding its skin and taking new skin. A tortoise is capable of going within. So you are the ones who can go within. You are the soul who can leave the body and take another body in soul consciousness and not experience the experience of death while doing that. So Baba says, just practice. I am a soul separate from the body. This body is like a worn out shoe. So what happens to a worn out shoe? The worn out shoe is very comfortable, but then you have to leave it anyway. So Baba says, you buzz this knowledge and change ordinary humans who are like insects into deities. It is your duty to take them across the ocean of poison to the ocean of milk. Sannyasis don't need to have sacrificial fires or do tapasya. Devotion and knowledge are for householders. So Baba says, sannyasis neither do devotion nor do they take knowledge. It is householders who do devotion and who take this knowledge. Sannyasis don't want to go to the golden age. They don't believe in happiness. They only believe in peace. So Baba says they want to go back to the land of silence. They don't want to go to the golden age. What do they know of these matters? It is fixed in the drama for those on the path of isolation. Those who have taken the full 84 births will continue to come. According to the drama, they will continue to emerge number-wise. So those who have taken full 84 births, those who lived in a family but in a pure system of household, and then came to impurity and are in sorrow will again adopt knowledge and convert then their households into a pure household again. While the sannyasis, they leave the household and this knowledge is not for them. So Baba says Maya is very powerful. So Baba says about the grihasthis who come, the householders who come, Baba says, they come, they want to be pure, but Maya is very powerful, the eyes are very criminal. When you receive the third eye of knowledge, your eyes become civil. So Baba says, you receive the knowledge that you are a soul, you are not this body, your nature is purity. You look at the other person as a soul, but Baba says, only when you sit in remembrance will this knowledge be imbibed in you and your third eye will open. Otherwise, Maya, what Maya does is you receive the knowledge, but Maya shuts the third eye off and on. So Baba says, when you receive the third eye of knowledge, your eyes become civil. Then for half the cycle, they will never become criminal. They deceive you a lot. The more you remember the Father, the cooler your physical senses will become. Then for 21 births, there will not be any mischief of the physical senses. There is no mischief of the physical senses there, but how do you win over them? By remembering Baba, by detaching from the body, going into dead silence, sitting with Baba, and imbibing the power of purity from Baba. This is how you cool your senses, and this effort has to be made now. So Baba says all your physical senses become peaceful and satoguni. It is only after you become body conscious that some devilish nature emerges. The Father is making you soul conscious. You receive the inheritance for half the cycle. The more effort you make, the higher the status you claim. You have to make effort to become soul conscious, and then your physical senses will not deceive you. So there is effort involved. This war will continue until the end, the war between your effort and Maya distracting you. That war will start when you reach your karmatit stage. That war means the external war. When you win over your senses, then that war will begin. Day by day, the sound will spread and people will become afraid of death. The Father says this knowledge is for everyone. Simply give the Father's introduction. All of us souls are brothers. All of you remember the one Father. You say God the Father. So introduce everybody to the Father so that they can receive their inheritance from Baba. There are those who believe in nature. However, God does exist. People remember Him in order to receive liberation and liberation in life. There is no eternal liberation. The history and geography of the world have to repeat. The intellect says that when there was the golden age, there was just one Bharat alone. So we understand that now there are so many, and that is why there is so much of chaos. So there must have been time when there was only one Bharat. And the intellect agrees with this. That is why we crave for oneness. If it was never one, why do we even seek that oneness? People don't know anything at all. There used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. It cannot be a matter of hundreds of thousands of years. If it were hundreds of thousands of years, the population would be so large, because 100 years back, the population was approximately 2 billion. So it takes 100 years for it to rise from 2 to 8 billion. So what would happen in thousands of years? So Baba says, It is not a question of hundreds of thousands of years. The cycle is very small. The Father says the Iron Age is now coming to an end and the Golden Age is being established. Those people believe that the Iron Age is still in its infancy and that its duration is many thousands of years. So people out there say this. You children know that the cycle is only 5,000 years. And you can see that the time is coming when rapid, untimely death will start taking place, and it has started taking place, and people will be afraid of death. Before that, we have to rise above the consciousness of body, rise above the fear of death. Establishment is taking place in Bharat. Bharat is now becoming heaven. We are now establishing this kingdom by following Srimad. The Father says, now constantly remember me alone. This is the first thing you have to tell them. Until they have faith in the Father, they will continue to ask questions because they first need to know who is speaking. Only then will they be able to understand what is he speaking. Because until they know the Father, they will not have the power to understand what Baba is saying. When they don't receive an answer to a particular question, they say, you tell us that God is teaching you and yet you don't know anything. Therefore, first of all, just stay on this one aspect. Tell them you are also a child and I am also a child of Baba. I am telling you what Baba is saying, so you can also look up what Baba said about this. So tell them that I am not saying this. Tell them the source. Only then will they be able to understand who is saying and what is he saying. First of all, they should have faith in the Father, that the Father of all souls is truly one and that he is the creator. He definitely comes at the confluence age. The Father says, I don't come in every age. I come at the confluence of the cycles. I am the creator of the new world. How could I come in the middle of a cycle? I will only come at the end so that I can give rise to a new beginning. I come between the old one and the new one. This is called the most elevated confluence age. It is here that you become the most elevated. Lakshmi and Narayan are the most elevated of all. This aim and objective is so easy. Tell everyone that establishment of this is now taking place. Show them a picture of Lakshmi and Narayan and tell them that this establishment is taking place now. Baba has told you that you must definitely use the words most elevated because it is here that you change from degraded ones into the most elevated ones. So tell them that we are the most degraded now and we are becoming the most elevated. You mustn't forget these main things. You must also definitely write the dates of the time period. So dates are mentioned. So from 1 to 2500 years, it is a pure world, and then an impure world for 2500 years. So tell them everything with date. Your kingdom starts at the beginning. The kingdoms of others don't exist at the beginning because other prophets only established religion. So their souls imbibe whatever they say, but they don't serve others. So here we are creating a stage and also a kingdom by making others like us. It is only after the founders of their religions come that their religions expand. Their kingdoms start when there are millions of them. Your kingdom starts at the beginning of the golden age because you are not only establishing religion but also a kingdom, because you are not just paying attention to becoming pure yourself, but you are also serving others. And once you serve, you become their king in the next birth. It doesn't enter anyone's intellect where the kingdom of the golden age came from. So there must have been a time preceding the golden age, between the iron age and the golden age, when this work of establishment took place. So Baba says, at the end of the iron age there are many religions. So how was there just one religion and one kingdom in the golden age? There were so many palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. Bharat was such that it was called paradise. It was a matter of 5,000 years ago. How could there be a calculation if it were hundreds of thousands of years? Human beings are so confused. Now, who can explain this to them? Who will explain? Those who know will explain. So, you who are listening from Baba have to explain. They don't believe that they are in the devil's kingdom. So the devil has created an illusion that they are not in the devil's kingdom. The praise of all the deities is full of all virtues, completely viceless. They don't have the 5 vices because they are soul conscious. So this is why Baba says, become soul conscious again, because soul consciousness leads to vicelessness. Therefore, the Father says the main thing is remembrance. Having taken 84 births, you have become impure and you now have to become pure. This is the cycle of the drama. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Adopt the third eye of knowledge and make your deceitful eyes civil. It is only by having remembrance that your physical organs will become peaceful and totally pure. Therefore, just make this effort. Make time during your work to sit in solitude and have remembrance. Try to find the reason why you are unable to have yoga. Definitely write your chart. Blessing. May you have judgment power and controlling power and become a constant embodiment of success. So, everybody wants to know the secret for success. And Baba says, if you have controlling power and you are able to discern what the other soul needs, then you will be successful. So let's hear the explanation. Baba says, in order to achieve success in any worldly or spiritual task, you especially need controlling power and judgment power. Because when souls come into connection with you, you first have to judge as to what those people need, to feel their pulse and then satisfy them according to their desires and to influence others with your controlling power and your unshakable state. So if you are able to stay unshakable in the presence of their fluctuations by exercising your controlling power over your senses, then this influences them. And they are very impressed by the fact that you stayed very stable. And then you are able to discern what they need and satisfy them with by fulfilling their desire. This is the way to be successful, whether it is in a spiritual task or in a worldly task. These two powers will make you an embodiment of success on the field of service. Slogan: make the Almighty Authority Father your companion and Maya will become a paper tiger. So when you are with the Almighty, Maya is powerless like a paper tiger. Om Shanti.